So are you homeless?
Yes.
Okay. And so how long have you been homeless?
Well, to be honest, as far as being homeless, I've moved to Atlanta for 2 weeks now. Okay, so within that range, it varies because I was in my home city, and you can be homeless in your home city also. You know what I'm saying? So
So you just been here in
all
Atlanta for a
around,
couple weeks.
yeah, for a couple weeks, but all in all, thank you. I appreciate you.
So real quick, how old are you?
21.
There we
20.
go. Young girl, you see, she out her panhandling. Somebody just handed her a couple bucks. She probably got a sign right there. Whole deal. Young, look at them eyelashes. 21. Well, y'all babies talking about, oh, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm moving. I'm leaving the house. Don't be so. And we hit on this, last episode, and we talk about these things. Ain't nobody pushing the babies out the house. You
Seriously.
got to prepare the babies leave the house because they're gonna end up on the damn streets, and this
I,
is no joke.
I wanna I'm trying to, as we can, like Gavin says, we go in this series, I want to try to help give these young sisters examples on how fast you become homeless. And here's one I know that happens probably way too often. You end up going to Atlanta, whatever things don't work out, wherever the hell you go, Houston, wherever y'all like to go, and things don't work out, and bread is low, and you say, you know what? I can always catch, Greyhound back home. Until you realize that ain't got to be the truth. And then you instantly find yourself outside the Greyhound station begging for money to try to get home. That you instantly homeless. You don't have a way home, none of that. You got your cell phone, you still a little connected, so you maybe I would imagine you still got a cell phone, so maybe you still feel connected. You may not feel homeless, all right, but it happened that quick. The next thing you know, maybe pride set in, and then them demons start to set in because you're out there doing something wonky, and and here you are. Look at this girl. She looked like she, should be going to the high school prom or in high school something. She looks young. Y'all, you pass this girl on the streets. You do not take her as homeless. She ain't got dirt smudges on her, this and that. She got her little jewelry on. Seriously, she don't appear to be a homeless person. She got eyelashes on, for crying out loud. But homeless as the day is long, sitting here panhandling in y'all face. Please observe, because the problem is a lot of people say that can't be me. You see what I'm saying? I need y'all to go ahead and change that. Stop saying that can't be me, and take the Willie approach. Say that shall not be me. Can never happen. Won't ever happen. Not that it can't, because it can. It can be you. It could be me. It could be anyone. But you need to say it just won't be, because I will never let that transpire. We'll never get that bad. It just can't happen. Y'all talk about all this manifestation madness. Manifest not being homeless.
There you go.
21.
Yes.
All right.
All right, man. You're just a baby.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, okay. All right, all
But
right.
yeah, mainly for like probably like 3 weeks now.
Okay, so you've been in Atlanta for 3 weeks. And so prior to being in Atlanta, so where were you at?
College Park area.
College Park?
Yes.
And so you've been home. So how long has it been since you've been homeless just from get go?
From the get go, like I said, from when I moved here, 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But before, I mean, during that, I was in a hotel, so I wasn't exactly homeless. I was, you know what I'm
I
saying?
get it, but that's kind of a state of homelessness as
Right,
well.
right. So I
So
was kind of hanging in there, but then those, you know what I'm
funds
saying?
got low and everything
Funds got
got up.
low, and I end up reaching out to resources and getting contact with like case managers and stuff like that. And basically, when the time in need, like I ain't even gonna lie, when you don't have nothing, and you know what I'm saying, life tends to take a toll on you and becomes to be heavy weighted on your shoulders. I thought about suicide. And to me, I thought back and referred like I'm a child of
All
God.
right.
Like
It's a young girl. She talking like she 45 years old. It ain't all got young girl. It shouldn't all be on your damn shoulders. I'm sure if you start telling the truth, you gonna talk about where you rebelled, where you was
Mhm.
out here, you went rogue, right? So she said the funds came low, and like you just hit on, you know.
Yeah. Fun. She's talking about hanging on. I wasn't like she tried to say staying in them hotels
There
was
you go. Not
homeless.
to cut you off. We just talked about this the other day. I say, Willie, Some people they don't. So say rent's $1,000 a month, but some people say I got $300 to $400 a month towards housing, which means they can afford a hotel for a week at a time, and then they'll be homeless for maybe a week or two, and then they can get another hotel for a week. It's a whole hoodoo.
Yes, it is. And y'all know what it is. Y'all know the game. Yeah, it's bad. She don't. It's bad. Then I can't get it out. They most likely, trading housing for sex. I mean, come on. There ain't no rules in this.
The oldest profession. The oldest profession.
So, you know what I'm saying? She walk up in there, and I trust me, I pray it never comes to it or never came to it. But she walk in there to some old desperate incel, pathetic man, excuse of a man, and she get her about a month at least on, on him, on her soul, at no cost. There we go. I guess that's how they like to put it in America. It ain't free, but it's at no monetary cost. There we go. But it's gonna cost. It's a hell of a cost. But it's bad. She tried to say staying in these motels for spurts was not homelessness. And the interviewer had to correct her. He said, "Look, I hear you, but that's kind of you reaching. She said, I was holding on. She was holding on to not be on by thread. She said, I'm in this motherfucker day by day, but I'm still here until she came and whatever. She couldn't get in. You got to know they don't go down without a fight. Ain't nobody just like, okay, I'm gonna get my shit and go up to the curb. It's always trying to negotiate something. Something, cry, fight, who knows? But it's bad. And this poor sister, she's sitting there talking, and once again, it's like she's not trying to address where this went astray. She just talking about when life weighs down on you, all this vague stuff. Like Gavin said, you ain't 40, you ain't been married, divorced, and worked in the steel mill. What you talking about? You 21 years old out here. You know what I'm saying? Like life, you lucky you don't look like what you have been through thus far out there in the homeless streets for at least 3. So she been homeless for 3 weeks. So go home. Just go home. You look like you ain't broken. Just go home because them streets about to snap you in two.
I'm trying to tell you. So there we go. If you watching this, young girl, go home. Because I would hate to revisit this in 2 years from now. You back on this show, and then you back on our show, and then you're going to look much worse. And then you're going to be in much worse conditions if you keep treading this path.
I want to touch on this. Like I said, I don't mind being wrong when it's come to negative shit. But understand how our culture is messed up. And we always harp on these boss chicks, these CEO chicks, and all these wild, unnatural ass aspirations that are just deeming to be destructive to you women. Look at her Cash App on the top of the screen. What's it say? Boss, boss lady. Y'all gotta stop. You gotta stop this boss.
This is a homeless boss lady. And y'all just stop calling yourselves that. If I was a woman, and I say if the homeless are calling themselves, I'm not gonna call myself a boss anymore. I'm gonna find some other shit, not a queen, not a boss. Matter of fact, how about I just call myself what the fuck my mama and daddy named me? How about we start there?
Man. Holy smokes. Yeah, just go home. You know what? I go home. You don't look like you broken. But one thing is for sure, just like time, them streets, they undefeated as well. Ain't nobody survived them streets. They gonna break you. Might as well just run home. Call somebody to get that Cash App. Here's the thing. Let me slow down. They giving her bread. She got handed money while doing this interview. Seriously. She didn't even have to.
And there you go. Shout out to Atlanta Street Interviews. Fair use. We definitely appreciate y'all. And like you said, and shout out to y'all for putting her Cash App up there. Because like Willie said, I'm sure people sending her bread.
Yes, go.
That's unique. He ain't just exploiting people, nor are we. We're trying to raise some awareness and this is what it is.
Go home. You go home. I would definitely want to hear the rest of this, but
Yeah, let's get
just
into it.
go
The moment I
home.
felt like that, I felt chills in my gut.
So
And
so let me ask. I mean, so okay, so you're 21,
yeah,
right? So for instance, a year ago, where were you living at?
oh, I was in a 2 living room house in
And where?
Ruskin, Florida.
Okay,
So I was living nice in the suburbs.
okay. And so when did you go from living nice in the suburbs to having to kind of be in different hotels and stuff like that?
Transitioning. Well, it kind of took a toll and a turn on me when I sprouted out. I went to Miami from Tampa, Florida, like Ruskin area.
Okay.
Went to Miami Gardens, you know what I'm saying, and went to school. So meaning school and kind of managing like work and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
all the responsibilities, prices going up, you know what I'm saying, like me actually trying to stay committed to life itself. You feel me? So like my thing is I kind of took a toll when I had came back from Miami, from school, and I thought that I could live on my own terms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What
And
school, by the way?
it was Miami Job Corps, so it was like a trade school. I was going there for business, office
We seeing a
administration.
theme here, ladies and gentlemen. We gonna gather this data. Y'all ain't gotta just sit back. All right, Mr. Walker and myself, we gonna do this research. Y'all just sit back and enjoy it and learn, and hopefully we can change some shit. Just sit back. All right. She talked about Job Corps. He said, so when did things go wrong? She said she grew up in the suburbs, nice house, right? Come from something, as they all, it's a theme. Ain't nobody fucking, we ain't even that. I bet you it's rare to see the woman on here who say, I was born and raised in the streets. My mom and daddy, we was all always been homeless. That's never the case,
No.
right? That
Mhm.
so obviously people fall into these things as adults trying to fix something because this is bad. And it's all going on down in Atlanta. That's why all these people, these girls say they go on vacation. Everybody want to go to Atlanta, like Willie said, Houston. And then they get stranded and they think, oh, I can always get a Greyhound back home. But they begging for bread to
You
get
know what
back
I'm
home.
saying?
So let me ask real quick. So do you have any kids?
No,
No. Have you ever been married?
no.
Okay. So let's just start from the beginning. So where are you from?
Tampa, Florida.
So growing up in Tampa, did you have both your mom and your dad in the household?
No, I had my mom, and she was my mom and my dad.
So as far as your dad goes, was he active and present in your life?
I seen him more so like Casper. Like that's every blue moon. Like you know what I'm
You
saying?
said Casper.
Like Casper. Like really. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got
I
you.
didn't ask to be here, but hey, here
So
I
I mean,
am.
so I mean, growing up, what effect do you think that had on you? That absence of a father.
Hey, it's common. It's a common effect. You know what I'm
Unfortunately, in
saying?
our community, it is.
So my thing is by me not having my father figure, like missing out on things like daddy daughter dates, and you know what I'm saying. Him giving me the schooling on how a man supposed to treat you. You know what I'm saying. I had to do all that on my own. You know what I'm saying. I had to go through life experiences. And basically learn from other people's experiences and
Is he
testimonies
active at all in your life now?
now. But I'm not there. I'm absent. I'm not. I don't want to be there. You
She a
understand?
wild one. Is it just me? Or she coming across like an old soul? Like I said before, she got these life experience. She talking like she 40 years old. Cause I guess the streets will make you hard and they make you old, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, they gonna force you to mature. You out there amongst the wild. Shit, you unprotected, you gotta better wisen up to some extent. I t- she said her mom was her mom and her dad.
Yeah. Impossible.
So here's my thing, ladies. All y'all moms, is the mom and the dad. Look at the product. Is this where y'all want y'all babies? Seriously, you know how you stop it? Stop making babies with Nug Nug. You heard that poor girl. She said she ain't asked to be here, and that's facts. That's all facts. And you can't. Yeah, you want to blame that man, but that ain't helping your daughter that you made with him, that you gave your womb to. Stop mating with Nug Nug, because this is the result. And understand, you know, it's understood that there is an overwhelming cry that black men ain't shit. That's the overwhelming cry. But do y'all also understand the statistic that what is it?
They say about 20% of men are having 80% of the babies.
Yes. So please understand that all y'all keep crying that brothers ain't shit. Please understand that 20% of these brothers are having 80% of the children. So 80% of y'all, are y'all meeting with the same ain't shit brother. The net of it all. Whether that these numbers have gone up or down, the net of it is y'all all making with the same ain't shit motherfuckers
Yeah.
across the globe. And it's sick. It's sick. Wanna know why? Because y'all love that toxic madness they coming with. Y'all love it. Y'all love throwing the nug back symbol up and then crying when nug do nug shit. Like make babies and leave. And here we are.
Here's the product.
Stop making nug. Do you not understand, ladies, that if you don't give nug your womb, and she did not say she was a product of, don't even try it.
And then who's to say this man is nug? Here we go.
Ooh.
Like Kev would always say, she getting mama's side of the story.
Here we go.
We don't know. She don't know. Because like
You know
she
what?
said, all of a sudden this guy's such a bad guy. But she said he been reaching out, but I don't want nothing to
There
do
you
with
go.
it.
You know what? Definitely threw me off my square a little bit because I hate seeing this. This is not funny. But we laugh through the pain. This is not comical. We trying to raise the alarm on this. But yeah, who's to say this dude is nug? I mean, seriously, the fact that she said that her mom was the mom and the dad, that's the gynocracy. No real nurturing woman would ever really say that. They just would not. And the fact that you under that gynocracy, Order 66 is in full effect. So like Gavin said, can't really take her word for it. As much as seeing her in this position hurts, I mean, that software is the same. I mean, she's making these life decisions. Look where it's gotten her. She's saying, I went to school and this and that and that and this, and she's trying to do her own thing. Like she said, she's trying to live on her own terms. Man, that's because social media got y'all messed up in the game. Y'all really think y'all could be the next YouTube star and be making millions by the time y'all 21 driving Lamborghinis. And you know what? At the end of the day, even if y'all can, y'all don't even realize you don't want that existence. America keeps selling y'all a messed up reality, and it's just so empty. Look at all these celebrities. Look at all the young entertainers coming up. Your Justin Biebers, these young individuals getting big bread. They always end up getting hooked to drugs, doing wild stuff, trying to kill themselves. All that. It's not a good recipe. It's not a good recipe for growth. It's just not.
He's there for more
Seriously,
advice.
man.
You know what I'm saying? If I need it, but how?
Does he
when
know
I
that
already
does he know that you're homeless?
right now, no.
So I mean, if he were to happen to come across this video on YouTube, what do you think his thoughts and his reactions would be?
He wanna call my phone, blow me up, cause I ain't gonna lie, he ain't that type of dad. Nah, he strict. Nah, he'll be like, why you ain't call me this, that, and third? But it's a project for me. I have to do it on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt as if he wasn't there for me when I was growing up. So I owe this to myself. You know what I'm saying?
As far as him not being there for you growing up, if you could give him any message, if he were looking at this video, look him dead in the camera. What message do you have for him?
Stay focused, okay? Provide as you should. You know what I'm saying? But also pay attention to your children's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like life gets hard. It's not just hard on you. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of the world and us going through life, we need somebody to talk to. More like our father and our mothers. You know what I'm saying? And
Man, she looking in that camera, telling her daddy. She telling this motherfucker what to do, telling him he need to get focused and stay focused. Huh? You homeless? You homeless? You talking about stay focused, stay on your do what you. He doing what he say he gonna do. He trying to break bread, so you being a hypocrite. You won't let him. This girl talking out both sides of her mouth, man. Holy hell.
Sorriness at its finest. Become an adult and charge the adult who allegedly did not raise you well. So you charge that man for being an incompetent father. So you go out and do the same shit. How cliche.
Huh. Then she gonna say this pride of mine. She gonna say he trying to help me, but this pride of mine, I feel like I owe myself. I gotta do this on my own. You homeless young lady, you on the streets. You talking about you feel like so you trying to spite your dad's help and say I'm gonna do it on my own, but you can't. Look where it has led you. Homeless.
Well,
This
we
is
tend to
crazy.
turn to friends and family, close relatives, like cousins or something.
How
But
did it make you feel not having them growing up? Tell them.
ask my mom. Who I took it out on her. So that's me being mischievous and me, some acting out in school, on my own terms and basically doing my own thing because I felt as if it was me that was the reason of him not being there, but all in all, it was his own doings. You know
Why
what
did
I'm
you feel
saying?
like it was you?
I felt like it was me because, hey, for one, I was born. Okay, so I thought that he didn't want any kids. I was his first, you know what I'm saying? So with that alone, I kind of put myself in his shoes and was like, dang, if I had a first child and I had her or him at the age of what, 16, 17, what would I do? Like, I go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? I may not be in your life all the time or every second, you know what I'm saying? But I'm out there getting it for the future,
Okay.
for the long
I'm
run.
glad she gave the rest of that context. So, because there we go. She's trying to hold her dad accountable. And y'all women, y'all can be hypocrites in this moment if y'all want to. But this is y'all's decree. This is y'all cry. I was young. I was dumb.
Her dad was 16.
So she trying to talk about, of course he wasn't there. He wasn't no father. So if he's 16, if I said you got damn near maybe 25 to where it maybe finally dawned on him. You was 9 years old. The mama probably ain't want nothing to do with him by then. She probably was fucking holding you away, telling
Oh,
you lies about a fucking boy.
these
How old was your mama? How old was your mama? That's neither here nor there right now. But she telling you lies about a boy who is now a man, who is now in his 30s, and he trying to do right, who probably was trying to do right all along. But like you said, you're an adult now. He feel like I can really do my thing now. Your mom out the picture, right? And
Mhm.
but she said, I feel like I owe this to myself. Well, I got to do it myself. How you owe some shit? Look where it done landed you.
Homeless, literally homeless. Yeah,
And
this.
trying to help.
Yeah, that's babies having babies. 16 years old. Like she said, she said I kind of get it, but nevertheless, she claims she went out there and got to the bag. But yeah, babies having babies. It's never gonna end well, and we wouldn't expect the mother, if she's around the same age, we would not expect her these this young man and young lady to have sense bringing a baby into this world. We wouldn't expect them to act mature at all. They all flabbergasted. They ain't even, man, they still growing. They literally still growing. Like, you know what I mean? They can't, they're not moms, they ain't dads, they ain't parents. These babies having babies. Like Gavin said, she comes off so mature in this. Shoot, man. She ain't, she was, you know what I'm saying? She was birthed by children. It's wild. We got to see what we producing with this effed up culture we indulge in.
It's a bluff to education. Like you can learn to speak proper and formulate a couple sentences. And with that being said, she sounded like she got knowledge. She had knowledge. She would have a home. She's going to knock the parents, whether regardless of they young or not. But at the end of the day, just because your father was a young horny ass man and your mama was a horny woman, you can't charge them with creating you because you here for a reason. Too bad that you fell into that shit though, because you wanted to put some shit forward that isn't.
So So
A
that's
part
how
of
I looked at it. So I kind of did a 50-50 looking at him, like in a good way and in a bad way. But if he wasn't supportive, and I'm talking about only thing he was there for was my prom and my homecoming, and that's because I allowed him to. You know what I'm saying? I actually reached out and called him and said, "You need to be there." You know what I'm saying? But other than that, he wasn't out there. You know, and
Okay.
it made me who I am today, and I don't regret it.
So growing up, would you say you had a fairly normal childhood?
Yes.
Okay, you went to high school, did all that. You say you went to prom,
Yep.
all
Them
that good
football
stuff.
games, all that good stuff.
Were you like a cheerleader, or dancer, or anything?
I was a cheerleader, dancer, track star,
You look like-
softball player. I was just all
You
that.
look like
thing.
you. I mean, just
get me?
as far as you know, you look like you could have been all that stuff.
I was all that, you know.
Okay,
I
okay.
played all them.
21 now. I mean, do you have a boyfriend or anything like that?
No, I'm currently single. Me transitioning from Florida to Atlanta, it kind of happens sometimes when you're in a relationship and it's a last minute, you know what I'm saying, thing when it comes to communication. So I felt as if I didn't need a male figure in my life right now because
So you was
I'm
in a
getting
relationship?
established. Yeah, I was in a relationship. He actually came up here to see if we were still in a relationship, and I told him no, we're not.
Wait,
in a relationship.
wait, hold on. Break that down for me.
I'm
So
gonna break it down.
how long? Okay, so how long were y'all in a relationship for?
About a year, okay, and me transitioning up here, that was because when I was down there, I had just left from up there. I mean up here, you know what I'm saying? I was up here for 8 months, then I went down there for 8 months.
Obviously, she either stripping or she a lady of the night. And, you know, she talking about, I feel like I don't need a man at this point in my life. Ladies, if this is not a walking, talking, living example of why you do need a man, or you will, I mean, come on, man. You'll say, I feel like I don't need a man right now. Well, that's why you homeless.
I'm so tired of her saying transitioning.
Man, to what? She just learned that word.
There you go. She keeps saying transitioning. That's some sick twisted hoodoo there. Yeah, what are you transitioning to? Like, see what I'm saying? Like Gavin said, a man will help you think this out, come up with a plan, come up with definitions to these fucking words you just decided to use. Like, what are you transitioning to? Let's get a game plan. Because you might find out you ain't transitioning to shit. You just trying to fool yourself, but you stuck. You ain't in no position to transition. You stuck. You at a standstill in the streets and you homeless. Talking about transitioning. Stop making these bad situations seem okay and manageable. Stop that. This ain't a transition. I mean, seriously.
Well, yes, it is. A transition simply is, you know, going from one thing to another thing.
Stop. And I'm going to say she ain't moving. She's running the place.
She went from a shitty situation to a more shitty situation. She transitioned. Hoodoo, I guess. Holy hell.
Then me coming back up here now.
What was you up here for the first time?
For the first time, like I said, I came up here with my mom. She
Okay.
had moved up here, so she wanted her oldest and all her kids to be up here with her.
Okay,
she
so your
could
mom
establish
currently
herself.
lives up here.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So meaning I'm 21 and ain't no love after 18. That does not matter. So you see me now. I don't have a home, but my mom up here, right?
Well, your mom lives in a house or an apartment?
She lives in an apartment. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I wouldn't want to be there just because this is giving me all that I need as far as to move forward and be self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take that over anything. You feel me? Like,
well, it's definitely a blessing.
So here we are. Willie just hit on this, and we just said, let's see if these women will start to hold their mothers accountable, right? She's been saying nothing but sweet and endearing things about her mom. I thought her mom was, you know, living in California somewhere and she don't know what's going on. She said, my mom right here. She lived around the corner somewhere. And I can't go back there. But she wasn't saying nothing negative about her mom, but her dad, who was trying to help her off the streets, she got nothing nice to say about this guy. This is the Godnocracy in Order 66 is in full effect.
Come on. You know, I really felt like Kev should have broke the internet when he said we need to give our fathers just as much grace as we give our mothers, and let's judge our mothers just as harshly as we judge our fathers. because your mama done kicked you out on the streets, as she say. And your daddy want to come there and say, okay, let's make this work. I was 16 when I had you. Let me try to make this right. We got to see damage when it's right in our face. None of this is making sense. Seriously. And you know what? It's amazing because by proxy, Christianity is, the religion of choice for most Black folks. And one of the biggest things in Christianity you're supposed to do is forgive. Be forgiving. Jesus was up on the cross being stabbed and everything. And he said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. But y'all want to be followers of Christ. You can't forgive, your father, who you sat here and acknowledged, said he was 16. I get it. Now he want to come back into my life. He want to be there, but I ain't there now. I'm gonna do this on my own, self-sufficient, independent. My terms. These are the words that she used. This boss chick mentality, me. Y'all don't even get it. Even if she was somehow to come up with a damn invention and become a gajillionaire, y'all, that's not gonna fix this.
So her mom kicked her out, right? She keep saying, I wouldn't go back even if, no, you can't go back. And let's call it what it is. Your mom is most likely probably about 35, 36 years old. She got a man in that house. You a whole Jezebel. She knows this. She know, and we know in our community, mom always going to pick her boyfriend over the kids, whether you grown or young or whatever. So her mama, you can't come back in my house and you all hot out here selling WAP. You can't come back up in here. So that's why she on the street. She won't hold her mom accountable or whatever the case is, because the guy now, if that was her dad saying you can't come back here, it'd be a whole deal. If her stepmoms didn't like her, it'd be a whole deal. She would air it out. But not mama.
She started out pretty early by saying that. She said, now my father trying to be here and I'm not there. That's intense. Like, dang. Like, holy shit.
She said, now I feel like I owe it to myself. I just got to do it on my own. Do what?
Now, dude, that's not how humans make it through life successfully. You got to you don't just do it. She 21 time I want to do it on my own. There's a system in place for that individual. It's homelessness, jail, prostitution. There's a whole lane for that thought process. I ain't gonna listen to nobody smarter than me, any of my elders that got my best interest. I'm gonna do it on my own. And I'm a baby. My brain ain't even fully developed. I'm 21. My bones are damn near still halfway soft. But I'm gonna go do this on my own. It's a whole lane for you, and you experiencing it right there. And you want to keep on that same thought process. Po thing. Just go home. Call your daddy. Seriously. And I about guarantee it. If he trying to come back in your life, he definitely, man, I don't know. Like you said, she most likely a harlot. She out here ain't telling the truth. She got these eyelashes. I don't know what's going on.
But I don't know. One thing I know, like I said, her mom in her mid-30s, she got a man in that house, and there ain't enough room in that house for two grown women. Because that man, I'm going to go on a limb and say she's a much more younger, attractive version of her mom. And the man will be much more inclined when mama go to work or whatever to, you know what I'm saying? You can draw the rest of the conclusion. All right.
Once we've gotten through the process, right? When we get pushed out the nest, we got to flap our wings and fly. And we might fall at first, but eventually you got to learn how to fly, right? And so that part of it is a good thing. But some people are going to look at that and say, well, is there an issue between you and your mom to why you can't stay there?
It may be an issue. For one, like I told you, refer back to my daddy. That's their problem. The whole child support, like I said, common. Okay, that's had nothing to do with me. Is you listening? These are common topics and situations and scenarios that people really go through. And
I'm just telling the truth. You're playing the victim
I'm just telling the truth. And the reason I'm emotional, Robert, and I apologize for that, is because this is the first time I was able to say speak. Something. Yeah. I've said nothing.
The kids have to suffer. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not that suffering one. I'm the victim, and I'm gonna play the hero to get the word out. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, did y'all used to y'all basically argue a lot or have a contentious relationship?
That's the thing. We we close. We so close to the point everybody thought we were sisters. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I grew up with her, and she.
How old was she when she had you?
Like I said, like 17, 18.
Okay, yeah, so they were young. So right, they're around my age.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, my thing is like for this to not bring me down, you know, and it gives me every aspect of good luck, positive energy. You know what I'm saying?
Where have you been sleeping for the last few days?
Basically, like I said, it was the hotel that I was at. You know what I'm saying? And meaning I just came from where I just came from. You just see me. I had transitioned from that hotel to here to see about some type of shelter.
So literally, like, where'd you sleep last night? Like, not the exact location, but yeah. So you slept outside last night?
No, first, I ain't gonna lie. I was in the lobby of the hotel, and then I had transitioned because the security man, he wanted to be an ass about it. So I was just like, okay. Then I went to literally the gym. Okay, who sleeps in the gym? I did. Okay, that's who I was. Yeah, it had to. It was better than I thought.
That was last night?
That was literally last night. You feel me?
And so, I mean, being a lady out here on the streets, I'm sure guys offer you money for sex.
I don't even want to let him go. Hold on. Because I know. She talking about I was slaying in the lobby, motherfucker. She done transitioned like 38 times. This girl, this is a baby. She just learned that word. Is she into editing, film, or some shit? She keep talking about transitioning.
She said she transitioned from the lobby to the gym. See what I'm saying? I was right. Stop that transition. You keep lying to yourself. Don't say that. Yeah, I was transitioning. What happened? The security guard kicked my homeless ass out of the lobby, and I had to move my raggedy homeless ass to the gym. You didn't transition. Stop. What's this transition? Stop saying that. Stop saying transitioning, man.
That was last night.
That was literally last night. You feel me?
And so, I mean, being a lady out here on the streets, I'm sure guys offer you money for sex or housing for sex, right?
No.
It hasn't happened yet?
No.
Okay.
And see, I'm one of them females where that is not the definition or that does not define me. So I'm a hard worker. I'm a security officer. You know what I'm saying? I work for the Fiscal Task Force, literally. Like, when I first came up here, I got a job. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to help me as soon as I get stable. You know
Are you still employed right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're currently employed.
Yeah.
You're currently working.
Mm-hmm.
You're just, having housing issues.
That's it.
And so what's your plan on taking care of that? Like, what's the plan as far as the housing situation goes?
It's always got to be a plan. I got 2 case managers on that. Like, I literally have establishments when it comes to, like, I have a teacher that I was working with, and he was getting me right with basically, like, my EBT. He was getting me right with my loan, because my credit, I've been working on my credit when I was down there. Like, it's certain things that I'm on mentally that I can't be brought down. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm strong-willed. You know what I'm saying? And mentally it's a mind thing, and I ain't even gonna lie. Like, that's what's been holding me up. God grace,
And so there's no history of drug use or anything like
that? If everything she's saying is true, like Willie said, you have, like I said, you still got your edges. Look, y'all see edges. You got eyelashes. You got gold and jewelry. You ain't been mugged yet, right? You claim you have yet to have to sell WAP. I say go home, because I'm telling you, it's going to get wild this winter. Go home. You ain't, like I said, if everything you saying is true, which I don't know, you said you ain't had to sell no WAP. And all this, you working. Granted, I'm going to take your word for it. And I ain't the guy to take anybody's word, but I'll take your word, whatever. If all this is what you saying is true, go home, save face.
Man, yeah, because it's gonna get worse. The streets, they waiting to break you. You know what I'm saying? If no one has approached her, I would assume it's because she don't look like she's 21. She look like a baby. That if that stands true, like you said, we gonna assume that she telling the truth and nothing but the truth. Just go home, because it's only a matter of time. You ain't no, like the one woman said, she said she a unicorn. Ain't none of y'all unicorns, because all y'all think y'all unicorns. So what the hell is a unicorn? It's supposed to be a very rare thing, but all y'all unicorns. I'd be damned. Go home. You ain't special. Them streets gonna break you. like Drakeoff said to Rocky, I will break you. Them streets just waiting. They gonna break you. Just go home. She saying she tough-willed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got she got that rebel spirit in her. Just calm down. Just go home. Tell your dad you're sorry. That seemed like your best bet from the story you've been telling. Seemed like going to your daddy would be your best bet because your mama got a whole situation going on and you ain't welcome, or you may not even be safe. So go on to your daddy if he worth a damn, and get out them streets because you will be broken. You don't do it because they don't do it. It's only a matter of time. They clocking you.